Are you concerned at all about secret nuclear sites in Iran? You talked about maybe just
secret nuclear site?
Yes, that there might be some of
Not really. Can I tell you, they're exhausted. The last thing they're thinking about right now is nuclear. They're thinking about tomorrow, trying to live. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. The place was bombed to hell.
We continue to follow the aftermath of the Israel-Iran conflict. Both chambers of Congress have now received classified briefings on the U.S. strike on Iran nuclear facilities. But questions about the extent of the damage remain. The nightcap is still here. Heidi, you are a former senator. What did you think about the delayed briefings? It's totally understandable to not know the extent of the damage yet, given what we did. But it's extraordinary, the misinformation, the conflict, and just the lack of information out there.
When you go into that room, which is the secret room that they have over in the visitor's center, when you go in that room, you expect the truth. And I'm not sure, as best someone can tell, and I'm not sure they really know what the truth is or what the extent of the damage that was done to this program is. But, you know, for 2 weeks, he telegraphed, oh, we're going to get you, we're going to bomb you. That gave them plenty of time to move whatever they needed to move. And I think there's some evidence that there was movement. And so I don't think you know, but to just cavalierly say this is what happened, he doesn't know what happened. This is all publicity. And he's like a salesman who's selling things that don't actually exist. And at some point, it's got to come home to roost. And this is important enough an issue for the American public and for Congress in particular to be told the truth as best they know. And I think the president keeps spreading misinformation.
Art, the president is insisting that Iran's nuclear program was obliterated, and all week long, he and other White House officials, cabinet members, are attacking journalists for reporting on the early U.S. intel report. What do people in your community, how does all of this impact them? What are they listening to? Because they certainly listen to this president.
Well,
I think it really
they watch another channel.
Sorry, Art.
They watch another channel, same in North Dakota. It's called Fox, I'm sorry to say. And they think that this was a great idea. And I tend to agree that I like the idea of the Ayatollah sitting in a bunker, scared to death. And I wish the same were true of Netanyahu. They're all wrong. We're all wrong, and we just keep going this way. But I think people would like the idea of in where the people I know, if you turned Iran into a sheet of glass, it wouldn't bother them. Seriously.
John, lots of folks across the political spectrum support the idea and support that the strikes took place. But now what we're seeing is high-ranking members of the Trump administration jump to the president's aid to back his argument up on the fact that we obliterated everything. How does all of this impact people's trust in the government? Not their trust in how they feel about the strikes on Iran, their trust in the government of how the administration is managing the information around it.
Well, you know, Trump has kind of exaggerated all the usual things that you see from politicians and from presidents, Stephanie. All politicians want to be seen in the best possible light, and so they may distort or even lie. And this is especially true of presidents. But why does Trump, who has lied so much more than any recent public official, deserve the benefit of the doubt on any of this? And as Heidi Heitkamp said, he has no idea what was obliterated and what wasn't, and it's reasonable to wait a while to see what exactly the long-term intelligence finds here. But this is a difficult needle to thread, I think, for some elected officials. For instance, in Nevada, Jackie Rosen, who is one of the strongest supporters of Israel you'll ever find, she used to be the head of a synagogue, as you probably know, wanted to support the strikes, and she did what she then diverts to Congress should have been consulted, and she voted to advance Tim Kaine's War Powers resolution today. And so I think that they're all obviously very wary of this administration and its lack of truth-telling on so many different fronts, and the circling of the wagons now to make Trump look good, that I think it just increases that skepticism.
That War Powers resolution was rejected tonight. Heidi, Republican senators are proposing slashing the size of the intel office that's led by Tulsi Gabbard. Senator Tom Cotton, he's the one leading the effort, says this has been in the work for months. But Gabbard has very publicly recently fallen out of favor with the president. So what's your take on this?
Take is this is hardly the time, given how dangerous the world is, to get rid of professionals. And I think that this isn't so much a cost-cutting effect as it is, let's get rid of people who actually know the truth, who will tell the truth, who will speak truth to power. And I think they only want people who are going to give them the information that they deem factual. And this is really dangerous. I think also Tulsi, to her credit, has been, somebody who has been adamant about stopping forever wars. She's somebody who testified saying she didn't think that a nuclear weapon was imminent. And I imagine that when you aren't following what your leader says, if you're not walking the walk with the president, you get out of favor and we cut your budget and we cut your professionals. And this is really dangerous during a really dangerous time in the world.